Joining us now on MSUEagles.com, the head volleyball coach at Morehead State, Jaime Gordon. His team takes a 2-0 advantage in sets tonight and lets Radford come back, and the Highlanders get it done 3-2 in the season opener for Morehead State here in the Eagle Challenge at Weatherby Gym. Coach, just give us your opening comments on tonight's match, and then we'll open it up for some questions.
Sure. It was a good fight. We knew that Radford was a top-notch team. They returned a great deal of players from a conference championship team last year. To be honest, we were pretty fortunate to get the two-set lead, and unfortunately, we weren't able to maintain the momentum. We weren't able to counter some of the adjustments that they made in between the second and third sets. But overall, it's a learning experience for us. So, tomorrow's another day, and we'll move on.
From an X's and O's standpoint and a strategy standpoint, what was your club doing well in those first two sets that maybe it wasn't doing well down the stretch?
Well, I think the aggressiveness in what our shot selection was. I think we were very effective, actually, for the whole match out of the middle. Hannah Segala was outstanding. I think we were able to get her a couple of more balls early on in the match, and then it became a little more difficult to do that. Some of that was a result of their serving, some of it on some of our execution, they did a great job adjusting and attacking us from the right side. They made a key substitution. Wasn't big for them early on, but they continued to chip away, and we weren't able to defend that right side very well from short.
What do you think your team can improve on prior to tomorrow's matches?
We've got to keep the aggressive mentality in. I think that in the third through fifth sets, the mistakes that we had, the missed shots, they were relatively safe shots. And we talk a lot and we train a lot. If we're going to make errors, let's make aggressive errors. Let's go after terminating opportunities when you have that chance. I think we didn't do a very good job of executing off a free ball and down ball offense. I think our block did a really nice job tonight. They slowed down a lot of balls, but we weren't able to turn those into points as much as I'd like for us to.
Do you think the timeout you called during the second set was crucial in the win? I believe the score was 23-20.
No, I'm not that smart. It's. I think sometimes it's just an opportunity for them to regroup. Maybe we made a play call coming out of that, and our team did a great job of executing that, and then kind of got that momentum back to finish kind of a comeback in that second set. I do have to say one of the things that we've spoken about from the very first day of preseason was our need to block and our need to score points off of the block. So I'm ecstatic about the fact that we had 17 blocks tonight, and unfortunately I think we had 16 of those coming into after the fourth set. So we weren't able to build on that in the final stretch, but was very pleased with the way that our team blocked, and it says a lot going against a great offensive team like Radford.
Jaime, one of the staples of your program in the recent years when you've had a lot of success is the serving department, lots of aces and very few errors. Unfortunately, those numbers kind of flip-flop tonight. Can you just talk about that area and maybe what the ladies need to do to kind of get that back to how it's been in recent seasons?
Yeah, we've got a lot of talent, but we've spoken about this earlier, a lot of inexperience. We did graduate, and we have Courtney Smith that's out with an injury, but we lost. We're only returning 2 of our 6 servers from last year, and so we're very young in those key situations, and we made some errors and we made some non-aggressive errors. That's definitely something we've worked on a lot in practice, and I would have liked to see a little bit better execution, but hopefully that'll be an area of our game that will continue to improve.
Had a couple seniors from last year who are some of the more decorated players in school history who moved on. You've got 3 seniors and just 1 junior in terms of eligibility. Have you had conversations with that group, those 4, just about how important it is to lead this year's squad?
We have that conversation, but we have it with all 12 people on the roster, because we don't, we've got 3 very capable freshmen. Allie Evans had a really solid match for us tonight, and she has just as many opportunities to lead this team as our 3 seniors do. So it's got to be a team effort. We can't just rely on that guidance from those upperclassmen. We need the younger ones to step up if we're going to be good come October and November.
How important is it for your team to perform well prior to conference play?
You know, you want to get better, and one of the things that I told the team in the locker room, I'm not worried about the loss. That doesn't bother me at this time of the year. Actually, if I could script it and we could play 2 5-set matches tomorrow, I'll go with it because this was a great opportunity for us to learn and to get better. This is going to do a lot more for us than a 3-set win would, because I think honestly that would probably give us a little false sense of where we are. And so one of the things that's great about this team is they're solid about self-evaluation, and they know the areas that they need to work on. So the wins and losses are nowhere near as important as the experience that we gain in pre-conference before we get into OVC play.
A pretty lively crowd tonight, some marketing and promotions. I know you like to give the Morehead State students and the Morehead community credit when you can.
We had a phenomenal crowd, and they did everything they could to help us. Unfortunately, we weren't able to use all that energy, but we did. We had a fantastic crowd, and also considering that we had several teams that were on the road this weekend. It's a holiday weekend, so traditionally that's a little bit lower of attendance, but we had a great student support. Our marketing staff has done an outstanding job, and we're really pleased, and we're going to need some of that come tomorrow.
And the quick turnaround, you see Radford again, you have Northern Kentucky. I know you scouted them earlier in the day. Just kind of your thoughts on erasing this one from memory quickly and trying to finish the Eagle Challenge on a positive note.
Yeah, we're going to have our work cut out for us. Obviously, we get the opportunity to play Radford again tomorrow. But then Northern Kentucky did great today. They're playing outstanding defense. They're a very scrappy team. They compete tremendously hard. They've got some key attackers. They've got a great setter. So we're going to have a tremendous opportunity to play another talented team tomorrow.
Radford escapes with a 3-2 win over Morehead State here on Friday evening at Weatherby Gym. Jamie, thanks for the time as always. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.